Hello and welcome to a new video of Leetcode solution. Today we will be solving the question add two numbers. For this question we need to add two numbers. The numbers are represented in a linked list of digits. Luckily the list is reversed, meaning the digits are in the first node, then the tens and so on. So these numbers here represent 342 and 465. So the solution will be like basic math, adding the two digits and carrying the carry forward if the sum is above 10. The difficulty of the question is handling the pointers to list node, and that also we do not have any notion of the list length. If we look at the definition of a list node here at the top, it has a value and the next value. The next one helps us to iterate through the list. We have to put into consideration that once we iterate to the next, we lose any reference to the current node. So let's start coding. We will start by defining a list node called head. This variable will be carrying the final solution we want to return. We then create another variable called current, which will be the current pointer we will be handling at every addition step. At the start, this current will be the head. Then a final variable we need is the carry, which will carry the carry if the sum of two numbers is over than 10, and then this carry will be pushed to the next digit. This carry will start with 0. Okay, we will create a while loop that loops through as long as one of the numbers still have digits. We can check for that by checking if the variable is not null. So if L1 not equal none or L2 not equal none. Here this means as long as one of the variables still have a digit in it. Then we create a variable called n, which will be the summation of the two digits. We add to it the first number and then we iterate through the list using the next variable. We do the same for the second number, and finally we add the carry. Now we need to check if the number is bigger than or equal to 10 or not to check for the carry. As a shortcut, we can put in the carry the division of n by 10. If the number is bigger than or equal to 10, then the carry will have a positive number. Otherwise, it will be 0. Like this. And then we then update the number to be a digit between 0 and 9 using the modulus operation. We then put this digit inside the current variable and we create the next node to the next list node for the current one, and then we go to the next one. So let's test this. We got a wrong answer. There is here in the output an extra 0. Where does this come from? Here in this part of the code, we always create a new list node at the end of each iteration. So at the final digits, like the 3 and 4 here, we create a leading 0 which leads to a wrong answer. To solve this, we can add a check that if one of the two numbers still have digits, then we can add a list node. If they don't have, we don't create a new one. This is basically the condition also in the while loop. Now let's run that again. Now the solution is fine, but we still did not finish. This code did not put into consideration that the two numbers can have different length. So if we test this, for example, here remove this 4 and run, we get an error here because we have a none, because the number has ended and it doesn't have a val attribute with it. So we need to check if each number still have digits and then add it to the n variable. We can do this like with this if condition. and we also repeat it for L2. Let's test this again. And now it works fine. One final thing is missing. What if the two final digits cause a carry? So for example, if these are 6 and 4. We need to add a new list node at the end if there is a carry. So after we finish, we need to check if the carry is more than 0. And then we add a new list node that has the value of the carry. So let's test on the test cases that were there. We have here two numbers which are different and they should have a carry. Running, everything works fine. Let's submit. Perfect. So that was it for this video. See you in the next one.